right, so we're coming up on the final game of the season here against Hughenden. How you feeling, boys, coming into tonight?
We're feeling good. We're ready to go and put on a good show tonight. So head into playoffs with a win and go on a long run.
Looks like we got a little interference from the kids
we
here.
got some good.
All right, so yeah, just looking to stay focused and playoffs coming up here next week, eh?
Yeah, exactly. So we just want to keep the momentum we've got rolling in, and hopefully we're putting on a long run for the fans here. So.
All right, well, best of luck out there tonight.
Thank you.
All right.
And welcome to the live stream, everyone. That was our camera 2 operator, Josh Nixon, with the singing of "O Canada" tonight. My name's Alex with Morgan and Landon, and of course Josh. We're Hometown Media Stettler, and we have the live stream of the Imperials game tonight, live from the Stettler Rec Center. Stettler 15-1-1. And Hughenden is 10-7. Hughenden having quietly a really nice season. Cut to camera 2 there, even if Josh isn't there yet. And the game has begun. Early pressure from Hughenden. There's a shot. Maybe deflected wide. A scrum in the corner. Back frozen in the corner. Now looks loose. Picked up by, well, no one yet. Oh, there you go. Back to Johnson of Hughenden. And gets it down low. Again, early pressure, but picked up by Kistner. And a good play by Wright to stop the puck from getting to a Hughenden Jet player. And now Stettler drives it in and gets a change. At the blue line. Here's the Jets. They send it in deep. That was Laporte sending it in. Here's Scottapole for the Imperials. Into the corner. Drives around the net in front. Almost gets it to Shingoose. And we have a penalty on the play. Face off to the right of the starting goaltender for Hughenden, Johnson. Cassidy picks it up. Stettler on the power play. Walker sends it over to Cassidy. And that shot pass deflected, but Cassidy gets it back. And now they set it up on the power play. Rost back to Houston. Down low. And chipped toward the net by Walker, I believe, but it missed. Here's Rost. Air crossed over to Houston. A shot. Save. Cassidy picks it up. Stettler with some sustained pressure. Houston chases after it and leaves it at the point. Here's a shot and a save by Hughdenden's Johnson. Back to the point and brought out by the Jets. Stettler still on the power play, 45 seconds. Right, looking for more. Can't get the shot through. Whiffed on it a bit, and now it's number 16 for Hughenden. Sending it in. And now it's Shingoose over to Turnus. Still on the PP. Kistner to Scottapole. He turns. Looking for a lane, Kistner is. Can't find one. Sends it down low again. Out in front. And Stettler can't get a shot on net. There's a shot. Doesn't get through. And now it's full strength as Anholt is back on the ice. Possible odd man rush. Pass over. Save by Nadistad. And Stettler sends it in after a big save. And this first period is brought to you by Ampco. Electric. If it's electrical, we do it. (15:25 to go in this first period, sponsored by Ampco. face off to the right of Nadestad. Goaltender had to be careful with that one. Shot up high. Back to Hughenden, who will send it in. The captain drives it down low. And Rost at center ice sends it back in as Johnson steers it to a Hughenden jet. I want to welcome the 60 of you watching the game with us tonight. Should be a good one. Back to the point. Norman, a shot deflected into the mesh. Stettler's had some decent looks this period, but Hughenden has also had a couple. Big save from Nadestad earlier on. And a whistle. Sits there in the high slot, but picked up by Hughenden. Backhanded out to center ice. Norman's there, so was Anholt. And Hughenden of the Imperials has the puck. Gets it to around center as Cassidy sends it into the Jets' end. Shots 2-1 for the Imperials right now. This is the final game of the regular season for the Imperials anyway. Playoffs should be starting next week, and looks like it'll be either Delburn or Oyen in the first round of the playoffs for the Imperials. Cassidy tries to get there. It's back to center ice for Kistner. Shot on, and back out. Here's Scottapole. It's fan appreciation night here at the Stettler Rec Center as the crowd starts to fill up the seats. There's a shot, bad angle, steered away. From the point, a weak shot. Stopped by Crone, and Stettler has to recover in their own end. Saucer pass knocked down by number 25, Johnson. Now, number 5, Johnson, tries to go collect the puck. An Imperial fell on the ice, and now Rost has it and shoots it, and saved by Johnson. You got the Rosts on the Imperials, the Johnsons on Hughenden. I don't know if they're all brothers, though. Or it's just a really common name. That might be it, too. No, I'm sure they're related. Stettler picks it up. Brower. Out in front. Backhand. Doesn't get to the net. And sent out. And that should go. Nope. It won't go for an icing. Just not enough steam. Damberger with a big hit on DeYoung. The game gets a bit physical here, nearing the halfway point of the first period, which is brought to you by Ampco Electric. .11:01 to go. First period action. Hughenden versus Stettler at the Stettler Rec Center. Stettler wins the face-off, a little too clean, as it were, and they're able to pick it up with Kistner sending it forward. Now, can they get it through? They can't get it past number 12. Who sends it back up? Number 12, Dion. And that one flutters to the far side boards. Sent in. Flipped out to center, knocked down by Kistner, and then sent right back in by the Jet player. Sent back in by the Jets. Near the half wall on the other side of the rink. Picked up by the Imperials. Just 2 on 3, so Kistner has to dump it in and go for a change. Turnus and Shingus tries to grab the puck, but passed over. Finds some space. Was a Hughenden Jet, and a nice blocker save by Natastad. Turnus of the Imperials to Shingus. Try to make a nifty outside move and couldn't get it through the defender, but Stettler still has it as Shingus picks it up. There's a shot, a save. And now 2 on 2, the other way. Imperial misses that check, and the pass is off the mark from the Jets, and Stettler picks it up. That pass intended for Rost went past him. Delayed offside. Imperials touch up, and now the Jets. Pretty good pace to this one so far with 8:39 to go. Both teams getting ready for the playoffs. Damberger was looking to line up an Imperial, but the Imperial got the shot on net. And it looks like a couple of good saves from Johnson there. Hansel chases it, and it's an icing. And we'll be right back after a word from our main sponsor, Stettler Boston Pizza.
At Boston Pizza, a fast lunch doesn't have to mean fast food. Now you can get a $15 lunch served in just 20 minutes, including your choice of a main, side, and drink. That's right, lunch for $15 at your local Boston Pizza.
Stettler enters the zone. Rost a shot high and wide all the way around and out of the zone. Shots 8-2 for the Imperials. And we have an offside. Back to center ice and sent in. Oh, it hit an Imperial. And Out in front, a shot. Nice block to save by Nadestad, who had to be ready for that one. That opportunity kind of came out of nowhere for the Jets. But we've seen Nadestad flash the blocker a few times tonight already. As the whistle's blown, and Pagan was driving the net. It'll be Kistner going for a couple of minutes. Interference. Slash. So Kistner off for a slash, and now Hughenden on the power play, and a good defensive play by the Imperials to get it all the way down. Now the Jets, they tried to set it up, but no one was at the point, so number 5, Johnson, has to go and collect. Oh, almost loses it to an Imperial, and Hansel chops it toward the net, and now picked up by the Jets on the power play. Still no score in this one, as Turnus, the captain of the Imperials, has it at center ice, kills some time, and only about a minute left in the power play for Hughenden. Here's Laporte, a shot into the glove of Nadestad. Laporte gets it to the point, but Imperial was there. That was DeYoung who chops it out. Some good penalty killing thus far behind the net. Laporte, nice pass over, and Hughenden will get it in. Comes all the way around and holds down low. Here's Hughenden. Tried to bring the puck out front. It didn't work. And now they'll collect in the near side corner here to Dion. At the half wall, back to the point. Into the high slot, and Stettler chops it out and will kill that penalty to DJ Kistner. Here's Wright out in front, and Cassidy just couldn't get all of it. Cassidy feeds it over, a shot. Good save by Johnson. Cassidy picks it up again, back through a few players and all the way down the ice. Both teams trading chances in this first period, brought to you by Ampco. Ampco Electric. And they'll be back as our first period sponsor for the playoffs, the first round of the playoffs. Cassidy has it, he's all alone, but loses it, and Hughenden gets it out. Stettler now. Higgin, a shot. And Johnson with a blocker save, it looked like. And that puck deflects into the Hughenden Jets bench. 3:48 to go. Shots 10-3 for the Imperials. And Hughenden wins that face-off. To center ice, it's Norman. Missed a pass, so it'll go for an icing call. Here's the port of Hughenden. It's at the point, now stolen by Piggin. Piggin passed it over and intercepted and sent out of the Jets' end. Shingu sends it in. Laporte takes a check and gets it forward off the glove of Nadestad. Battle for it to the left of Nadestad. It gets into the crease. Nadestad couldn't cover it and ends up in the far side corner. And now down the ice. And they'll call an icing. Live from the Stettler Rec Center tonight. A beautiful night. Nice and warm out there. As Dion is there at the point. There's a shot and a save. And Nadestad able to cover up as Norman gets in the way of some sticks flying. And the Jets win the faceoff again. Send it down low. Picked up a wraparound attempt and another good cover up by Nadestad. As here we go. Always a feisty affair between Stettler. Tucker takes a bit of a sucker punch. And now they are going at it. Fists flying. Tucker lands a few, so does the Jets player. The scrap. And the refs are in there now. Looks like both guys are all right. And there's Tucker, a spirited affair. Makes you worry just a little bit when you see them fall down on their back like that without a helmet, but the Imperial player got back up, no problem. Hopefully more of that energy to come in this hockey game. 2:18 to go, 2:19 first period. I had a feeling this was going to be a good one. Usually is Hughenden versus Stettler. Be a treat to see them in the playoffs. Now Cassidy gets it forward. Houston swatted at it. Couldn't get connection. Off the shoulder of 29 Johnson. And Stettler still has possession, but the net needs to be moved back. So a whistle. There's a shot from the point. Wide and goes around the ice all the way down. Picked up by Guthrie. And Cassidy has it. A shot. Blocked. And now sent out. Guthrie now. I believe that's Walker of the Imperials. Can't get it in deep. Back to center to Rost. Over to right. Rost backhand pass to Shingoose. Piggin can't drive it forward. But it looks like the Imperials will grab it. That's Shingoose. Piggin, nice move. Backhand stop by Johnson. There's Cody, a shot. Cody right, blocked. 43 seconds to go. Stettler fights off a check to the point. Stettler still has it. That's Ross. Shingoose with possession for a moment, but it'll get out of the zone. And right will go collect. Right will send it in with just a dozen seconds left on the first period clock. Off the glass and out of play. Shots 12-5. As the period comes to an end, and no one has scored yet. 0-0 going into the first intermission. We are Hometown Productions and Media. Thanks for joining us. We hope you will for the second period as well. All right, we're back. It's Stettler versus Hughenden 0-0 going into the second period of play. And this live stream and every live stream this season is brought to you by Stettler Boston Pizza. As Johnson heads back to the net, played a nice first period, stopped a lot of great opportunities from the Imperials. Hughenden, they had 5 shots on net in the first period, but I would say 3 of them were quality chances at least. Well, I have a minute. Hello, Justin from Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining us again on the stream. Hello to Ryan as well. Nick, thanks for watching the game, you guys. As the face-off is won by the Imperials to start the second period. Here's Laporte of Hughenden. Turns back to the point. Dion loses it. Here's Stettler. Backhand score. And Stettler makes it 1-0. Nice play in front of the net by Walker to go backhand and beat Johnson. Stettler now with another opportunity, and it's in the net. 2-0 Stettler. Just like that, less than a minute into the period, and it's already 2-0 Stettler. All right, Stettler tries to get it in. They're up 2-0 now. Kistner passes it over. Backhand off the glass to Rost. Now out to center ice and backhanded. Knocked down by the Hughenden Jet. Gets it out where Kistner will set it up. And Brower will try to chip it in, but ends up going into the Imperials' bench. Guthrie, a big hit on a Hughenden Jet. Back to the point, Damberger. Loose puck picked up, shot, saved by Nadestad. Hansel wins the face-off. Guthrie sends it around. Ross couldn't quite get there, but it went past Damberger of the Jets, but all the way down the ice for an icing. Hughenden wins that face-off. Shot through from the point. Doesn't get through as Eric Rost chips it off the boards. Past Damberger. Now into the corner, a battle for the loose puck. Picked up by Hughenden, backhanded out. Guthrie off the boards. Ross gets a piece of it, but Damberger will pick it up. Quick shot, saved by Johnson. Back to Scottapole. Cross ice, Guthrie sends it in. Stettler now applying a little bit of pressure. Up 2-0. Early goings of this second period. Capitalizing on a couple of opportunities. Here's Stettler out in front again and picked up by Hughenden. Guthrie takes out the Hughenden Jet and Stettler takes it over as a shot from Cassidy through the 5-hole and scores. And we're back as Laporte picks it up. Another goal, his second from Cassidy. And that replay was a presentation from Aspen 4. All right, Hughenden and the Imperials. Scrum to the left of Johnson, picked up by the Imperials. Out in front, couldn't get a shot. Ross tries, and that's blocked and deflects to the corner where Turnus picks it up. Stettler has found their legs. They are putting on the pressure on this Jets team in the second period. Out in front and picked up by a Jets player, but it'll be a hooking call, and Stettler goes to the power play. There's a shot that gets out as the power play has begun for the Imperials. That pass is intercepted and sent back into the Imperial zone. It's Johnson for hooking as Rost has it. Here's Kieran out in front. Backhand doesn't get through number 29, Johnson. And we'll have another penalty on the play. It's going to call goaltender interference. I think that's the call. Either way, it'll be 4-on-4 for the next minute and 25 seconds. Back to the point. Oh, most to Dion, and Hansel almost had a break there. Puck down the ice, Kistner. Backhand to Turnus. And Turnus makes a move and gets it out of the zone. Here goes Adam Turnus. Tries to get a shot. Now back out to Dion. There's a pass, and the other Jet player who was receiving the pass couldn't direct it toward the net. There's a shot deflected to the corner. As Turnus gets it out. 30 seconds left on the Hughenden penalty, and then they'll have a brief power play. Here's Dion. The shot hits the mask of Nadasad, drops into his lap, and he covers up. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do. All it takes is a quick click of the mouse, as Stettler has a 2-on-1 opportunity. Give and go pass. Oh, and the Imperial drives it just wide of the net. Lapointe takes a check and then briefly blocks the puck from exiting the zone. 26 seconds left in the power play for Hughenden now. Off the boards to Cassidy. Nice pass to Houston, who makes a move and just couldn't get past the skate of that Jets player. Cassidy gets it out, takes a hit, takes exception to that one. As the shots are 18-8. Here comes Stettler. Pass out to Walker, who couldn't quite retrieve it. And Johnson will cover up. Once again, thanks to the 70 of you, 70 devices anyway, watching the stream. And now Cassidy, he's looking for his third tonight. He's looking for that hat trick. He's got two. Passes it to Rost. There's a shot. Save and chopped to the corner. Picked up now by the Jets. And backhanded back into the zone. Damberger tried to get it out. Did, so that will be offside. Here's Rost to right at center ice. That one bounces in. Out into the slot backhand. And the Jets goaltender Johnson might have got a piece of that one. Jets get it out of their zone. Rost gives the puck away there. There's a move from the Jets. Number 7 still has the puck. That's McQuaid. McQuaid is all over the play right now. But the Imperials, try to get it out. Dion stopped it. There's a shot. Rebound. Another save from Nadestad. Gets a pad on it. Now Rost, he's got space. Pass. Scores! Nice pass to Piggin, I believe. And that's number 4 for the Imperials. On their 21st shot. And Johnson is being pulled. This is Carson Swanson, according to the league's roster notes. And my mistake, that was Brower with the goal. Here's Turnus. Imperials looking for more as the puck is deflected and cleared. Kistner picks it up. Dion for Hughenden is there, and Kistner is. And Shingus picks it up. Now it's Piggin. Makes move inside. Good save by Swanson. But a nice move from Piggin. There's a slapper. Pad save. Stettler can't get it out. Now they do. Walker off the boards, just out of the reach of DeYoung. Now it's McQuaid. Passes it. Out in the slot area and retrieved by Stettler as they'll break it out to Walker. A shot into the glove of Swanson. It's going to be a pretty good couple of weeks of hockey here with the ECSHL playoffs starting next week. As well, the Olympic men's hockey tournament starts. The ladies, they already started. There's a shot from the Imperials, a blocker save. Team Canada won today against Switzerland 4-0. As Stettler shoots and scores. That's Eric Rost. A 5-goal period so far for the Imperials. There's a shot, blocker side, but wide. Shingus at center. Gets it into the zone. Picked up at the blue line, out in front. Now back to number 6, Rost. Deflected, but into the skates of a Jets player as Laporte will get it out of the zone. Wright picks it up for the Imperials. Shingus chopped away from him. And now given away by the Jets to Turnus. And Wright will take a check, but it'll be offside because it exited the zone momentarily. The Jets give it away again at the blue line as Hughenden tried to go off the boards. It was blocked, and now Damberger out to center. Walker at the blue line, pass to Hughenden just off the mark slightly as the Jets send it down the ice for an icing call. And we'll be right back after a word from our main sponsor, Stettler Boston Pizza.
At Boston Pizza, a fast lunch doesn't have to mean fast food. Now you can get a $15 lunch served in just 20 minutes, including your choice of a main, side, and drink. That's right, lunch for $15 at your local Boston Pizza.
Back to the point. Kistner to the half wall. And they get it out. That's the Jets. Chipped forward. Couldn't get it to McQuaid. As Stettler gets it off the boards and out. Leading to a 2-on-1. It's a shot from DeYoung. Swanson makes a nice pad save. Sent back in by Guthrie. Shots 27-11 now. And the Imperials up 5-0 in this one. Tune in on Thursday at noon as the puck goes through the crease. That's as close as it gets to a goal. I'll get to my plug in a second here. But yes, join us Thursday. All right, behind the net, Stettler still looking for more. Dion up the boards, kept in by Scottapole. Cassidy passes it, but Shingus was going for a change. No ice now. And picked up by Stettler. Chipped forward, Guthrie couldn't grab it. Dion and an offside call. Oh, yeah. Join us Thursday at noon for our new podcast, episode number 2. It's called The Heartbeat, where we discuss local matters in Stettler. Live at noon on YouTube, as well uploaded to Spotify. And we hope you'll join us for that, or at least stream it on Spotify. At this point, we broadcast and record every second Thursday for The Heartbeat. Just over 4 minutes to go in the second period. We're just going to lose 10 seconds really quickly there. Just a bit of a discrepancy from our clock and theirs. Anyway, 3:51 to go. As Cassidy looking for the hat trick, scores! And he's got it. Cassidy with his hat trick goal from Walker and Ross. I think that's what Eric said. Here's DeYoung at center ice. Gets past him, and Holt sends it over for the Jets back to center ice. Behind the net for the Jets. 2:38 to go in the second period. A chance for Shingoose. A save by the Jets goaltender Swanson. Stettler retains possession. Now McQuaid, 2-on-2. Backhands it in. Into the slot area. Chipped out by the Imperials. Grabbed by Anholt. To center, picked up by the Jets. And Walker sends that one to the ceiling. 6-0 Imperials. It was 0-0 after one if you're just joining us. And it's a 3-goal period for Quade Cassidy and a 6-goal period for the Imperials. As that one sent out, Walker chases it. Cassidy to Walker. One more minute to go in the second. Make sure to join us about halfway through the intermission for the shoot to win. It's over $2,000 now, the winning pot, as Cassidy gets another shot on net into the glove of Swanson. Shot from the point. High and wide as Stettler can't get it out, but they grab it in the high slot, and Hansel sends it to Rost. And a collision there as it was Anholt of the Jets who took it the worst. Rost, a shot high. Swanson might have gotten a piece of that one. Hansel couldn't chip it forward as the buzzer will sound. And after 2 periods, Stettler 6 goals on the board. Shots 32-12 in favor of Stettler. We'll be right back for the shoot to win in a few minutes, as well the third period of action. We are Hometown Media Stettler. Thanks for watching. All right, it's time for the shoot to win. All right, all they have to do is get it into one of the holes, and they could be taking home over $2,000. All right, there's the shot. Oh, and it was one of the closer ones we've seen here. And we'll be back for the third period. All right. Sorry about that. We're back now. for third period of action. Stettler up 6-0, and now Hughenden will be going on the power play. Let's see if Hughenden can get on the board. Behind the net. There's Johnson, back to the point. There's a shot. Doesn't get through. That was a tripping call on the Hughenden Jet player. All right, back to the point for the Jets. There's a shot, and it just goes wide and all the way around and back into the Jets zone as Johnson picks it up. To Dan Berger. Picked up in front by Stettler. As an Imperial gets hit hard behind. And now Norman. Stettler with some pressure on the penalty kill. Doing a good job killing time, as I can see the puck sitting there in the 5-hole of Swanson. Doesn't get any further though. .25 seconds to go on the Jets power play as Laporte can't get it cleanly, and the Imperials send it right back down into the Jets zone, as that should do it for the power play. Maybe one more rush for the Jets. Here's McQuaid. Loses it, and Kistner will grab it. Shoot it off the boards. Damberger a shot. And picked up by Hughenden. Norman will grab it. Now McQuaid to center ice and beyond. Weak shot. Imperial got a stick in the way. Back to Johnson, a shot. Breaks Cassidy's stick. In the process. And Kistner's there. Sent to the wing, picked up by Rost to center ice. Rost was all alone and lost the puck and sent back down into the Imperials' end. There's a shot. Doesn't get through. 4 minutes gone already in the third period. The Jets now, they break it out, looking for a little bit of something here. And that shot is niftily grabbed by Nadestad. Back to center. It's the Jets with a shot off an Imperial as Guthrie's there battling. And the Jets have it. Back to the point. Damberger a shot. Blockered away. And Turtis is with Shingoose. Over to Piggin. Back to Turtis. A shot. Steered away by Swanson. And that one goes out of play. Shots 33-15. This live stream brought to you by Stettler Boston Pizza. Jets can't get it out. A shot. Scottapole was looking for someone in front. No one was there. That pass through center as Guthrie will shoot it in. Hughenden tried to find another Imperial as the Jets get it out. Nattestad, nice pass. And the Imperials keep it in. The ref will call a hand pass on that one, as Hughenden disputes the call. Hughenden retrieves it over to Kistner. Looks for a pass. As that one is stolen by Hughenden. Couldn't quite find the gap. Sent out. No icing. Touched on the way down the ice, and Kistner picks it up to Rost. Cancels there too, but it's retrieved by Dion. This will be quite the way to end the Imperials season, to finish 16-1-1. As Stettler takes a shot towards the net, and it hops over the pad and into the net. Stettler up 7-0. But yeah, as I was saying, a historical season for the Imperials. Their best season to date. And I mean, in fairness, you can't get much better than 15-1-1. Just 17-0. But very much looking forward to the playoffs starting next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's a shot from the Jets into the glove of Natastad. Wright grabs it. Shingoose over to Piggin. Almost halfway through this third period. Laporte's there, but it's picked up by Rost. Laporte sends it up to Dion. Out of the zone. Sent back in. Fired down the ice to the opposite blue line, but Scottapol's there to retrieve the loose puck. Chipped forward on net and covered up by Swanson. And we'll be right back after the word from our main sponsor.
At Boston Pizza, a fast lunch doesn't have to mean fast food. Now you can get a $15 lunch served in just 20 minutes, including your choice of a main, side, and drink. That's right, lunch for 15 bucks at your local Boston Pizza.
There's a shot, deflects into the mesh. The Jets can't get it out. Houston. But now they will have possession, but give the puck away. Guthrie. Now it's McQuaid. Pass intercepted by Walker. Off the boards to center ice. And that Jets player can't grab it cleanly and sends it into the Imperials' end. As that Imperial takes a big hit, and they will take exception as Guthrie is in the middle of it. So are more Imperials and Jets players. It's McQuaid and Guthrie. As he's slow to get up. And he wants a piece of the Imperials, that's for sure. After a big hit near center ice, Imperials players took exception. Whether they should have or not, they did, and that caused quite the commotion. Fists were flying, guys were on the ice. Captain Turnus talking it over with the Stripes. And thanks again to 75 of you watching the end of this one. everything getting figured out now. If you look at the playoff picture, it looks like Hughenden will be playing Provost in the first round. As far as I can tell anyway, unless things change. And Stettler versus Delburn after Delburn lost to Coronation 5-4 in overtime yesterday in Pastor. Oyen won 6-4 against Wainwright, which bumped him up. All right, after all that, there's 7 minutes of penalties on the board for the Imperials. Turnus and Wright will fire it to the point, but not out. So, more or less, unless the Jets score, they're going to be on power play for basically the rest of this game. Give or take a few minutes. Here's the Jets out in front. They can't fire it home. As Swanson holds on to it. Gives it up. Out in front for the Imperial. Backhand. Score! Behind the net. Hughenden being sloppy in their own end, causing some shorthanded opportunities for the Imperials. One that just led to a goal. All right, at the point on the power play, but they couldn't keep it in the zone, so it's a delayed offside and sent out by the Imperials. Alex DeYoung with the last goal for the Imperials. To the near side corner where Laporte grabs it. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left in the power play for the Jets. Guthrie had a plethora of penalties, including instigating and fighting. And that amounted to 7 minutes. Game misconduct as well. And the puck leaves Stettler's zone. Hughenden, they get it in. Here's Dion out in front and covered by Nadestad. Back to the point. Now a shot into the glove of Nadestad. Hughenden has certainly been getting more shots on Nadestad in the last little while, but he's standing tall. Shots 37-24 in favor of the Imperials, as Hughenden, a shot from Damberger, finds its way past Nadestad for the Jets' first of the evening. That pass just eludes Rost as he has to go pick it up. And once again, if you like these broadcasts, if you like watching the Stettler Imperials, make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Hometown Media Stettler. One day we'd love to get to 1,000 subscribers, and that way we could be monetized somewhat, but either way, if you wouldn't mind just hitting the subscribe button, we'd certainly appreciate it. It helps our local media company here in Stettler. And that pass off the mark from McQuaid. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the power play for the Jets. I'm sure this game can't end soon enough for the Jets right now. It really went sideways for them in the second period. Stettler 6 unanswered in the second. And be sure to join us when the East Central Senior Hockey League playoffs start next week. The Jets looking for a little bit more as this game comes to an end. Far pass. Tipped into the Imperial zone where Kistner picks it up. It's out in the crease. And the Jets player pushes that puck in. And I think he'll get it unsportsmanlike for beacon at the ref. So now Stettler will have an abbreviated power play at the end of this game. Looks like they're moving the face off. And Holtz passes it over. Under 5 to go now in the hockey game. Kicked out by Nadestad. Higgin grabs it, but now a Jets player intercepts as Dan Berger sends it back in. Behind the net, a pass. And Kistner, he'll take a hit at his own blue line. Kistner chops it to the opposite side boards as Anholt sends it to Dion, who makes a move. Dion takes a shot, blockered away by Nadestad. And it's Turnus now. He makes a move himself, but can't get to the net. And Wright over to Ross, back to Wright. Shots 38 to 28 now. Collected by the Jets. Still a bit sloppy in their own end, but they do get it out. Cassidy will collect up to Rost. Back to the point, over the stick of Walker. And down the ice. Here's Hughenden at center ice. Fires it in. Walker to center ice, to Kistner, and back in the zone as the Imperials change and are killing the clock with under 2 minutes to go in this hockey game. 8-1 Stettler. As Kistner takes down number 17 of the Jets. Trenton Small. Thanks to everyone who chimed in the chat today. It's great to see the participation from you all, and hello to some people not watching in the Stettler area. One from Calgary. One person in the chat says from the QMJHL. As well, of course, our friend from Pennsylvania. Kistner behind the net, grabs it, takes a hook, and that's an obvious call that the refs have to make. with just over a minute left. Can Stettler keep it away for a minute? Back to Norman, over to Kistner, a shot, save, and it will be touched. 48 seconds to go. Got a pull over to Rost, takes it back. Shingoose is there for a tip on net, but couldn't get all of it as the puck is sent all the way down the ice with half a minute to go in this third period. Stettler is going to win this one going into the playoffs on, I believe, a 5-game winning streak here. But they've only lost once in regular time and once in overtime this season, finishing the year with a 16-1-1 record. The Jets, they will fall to 10-8. We are Hometown Media. Stettler, thank you for watching this regular season of Imperials hockey, and we will see you for the playoffs. Final score, 8-1. Final shots on net, 39-29. Have a great night, everyone, and we'll see you right here at the Stettler Rec Center for the Imperials playoff run. Have a great weekend, and we'll talk to you soon.